right, I want to talk about leading with heart when it comes to your business and wanting success. There are a lot of people out there preaching strategy. There are a lot of people out there preaching, you need to do all these things. You need to do this, you need to do that. You need to be in the DMs, you need to be posting every day. You need to be all the things, right? And I've done that. And what I found was that I felt lost. I felt like I didn't have clarity. I felt like I couldn't find, like, I was copying other people, not because I was actually copying them, but because I'm doing what they're telling me to do, all things that they have done themselves. And it wasn't me carving my own path in a certain way. And because of that, my posts, my presence online, my offers, the way I was showing up in my business was not as powerful or potent or attractive or magnetic to people because it didn't feel powerful to me. Because when you are doing what everyone else is saying, you're following all this strategy, that's an adopted truth. You guys have heard me talk about truths and how we have adopted truths versus real truths, like our own truths. And so we're going to talk about that today. Heart-centered business is leading from a place that is your truth and not an adopted truth. So what is an adopted truth? An adopted truth is hearsay. You have heard someone say, this works, that doesn't work, this works, that doesn't work, right? And so you've said, okay, I'll learn from you. I will do what you say. It's an adopted truth. Your truth is something that you learn based on experience. It's something that you learn based on observing yourself, observing things that you've gone through, observing things that you've learned, observing emotions you've had, observing things that come up within you, and then observing you figuring out how to move through them. You figuring out how to adjust to becoming a mom. You figuring out how to grow business. Like, you have to observe yourself and everything that you are learning, everything that you are figuring out. And those truths, no one can really take from you because you lived it, like you've been through it. So like no one could tell you otherwise. So I've said this example before. It's like when you heard about becoming a mom, if you have children, when you heard about unconditional love, that was one thing. But then when you became a mom and you experienced unconditional love, you're like, no one can tell me that I don't have unconditional love. No one can tell me that I don't love my kid this way. Like no one could tell me otherwise because I have now lived it, right? That is a, I don't want to say like a real truth because they're all real to you, but that is a more powerful, potent truth because you have lived it. You have learned it from going through it as opposed to learning from what you were told. Now, when you approach business from the standpoint of adopted truths, what you're being told, there is some wisdom there, obviously, because you want to not have to recreate the wheel in every single thing that you're doing. However, the coaching world, the business world, all of that world that I see online is so super heavy on adopted truth side. They are so super heavy on go learn from someone. If you want to learn how to do it, go learn from someone. If you want to figure out how to make money, go learn from someone who's making money. Like if you want to figure out how to impact people, go learn from people who are impacting people. And yes, absolutely. I have a coach. I coach people, right? All the things. I learn. However, that is adopted truths. And when you are so heavily building your business with adopted truths and what people are telling you rather than what you have experienced yourself, you will feel lack of clarity. You will feel not as authentically connected to yourself. You will feel like it's a struggle. You will feel like it's always reliant on you doing. It's always reliant on you showing up and getting stuff done. Okay? Does that resonate with anyone? I hope so. I can see people are watching now, but I don't know who. Give me a hi if you're on. Versus you building a business, you having impact on the world, you making a difference in this world, when that comes from a place of your truth, when it comes from a place of you sharing what you've learned, what you've been through, what you've overcome, what you have experienced, how it's shifted you, how you've changed. When you can take that and share from that place and build from that place, you will feel way more clarity because now you're relying on yourself instead of someone else for your direction. You will feel way more confident because, again, it's your truth, it's your experience. No one can take that from you. No one can convince you that that wasn't true. You will feel more authentic. You will feel more authentic to other people. People will be magnetized to you, they'll be attracted to you, and you will be different than everyone else because there is not one person on this planet that has your exact story, your exact life, that has gone through exactly what you've gone through, that has learned exactly what you've learned and can say it the way you will say it and share it. And so something I've become so passionate about helping women when it comes to their business is learning how to lead with their heart first when it comes to their business. Learning how to tap into their own power and become their own power source. So you can stop relying on everybody else. You can stop having to need everyone else. You can stop going, well, what's everyone else doing? How's everyone else pricing their stuff? What is everyone else selling? What's everyone else talking about? Well, what are they doing that's making money? Well, what are they doing that's impacting people? Maybe I should do that. Listen to me. You came to this planet with a mission. You came to this planet with purpose. You came to this planet with gifts inside of you. You came to this planet with unique things that you are here to share and teach. And it can only be found in your heart and in going into your heart and sharing from your truth, not someone else's adopted truth. So when you try to build a business from a place of everyone else's truth, it's a struggle because it's not truly you and it's not what you're here for. So I want to invite you, if you haven't done my heart opening meditation, there's a heart opening meditation on my podcast that you can listen to start connecting with your heart. But I want to give you permission to lead with your heart. I want to give you permission to let strategy be secondary. Strategy is not first. Not first, not by a long shot. Strategy does not replace passion. Strategy does not replace what you feel called to. Strategy does not replace your true authentic message and your voice. And so with that in mind, figure out who you are. Figure out who you are. So many women that come to me that don't know who they are and are struggling with clarity, first of all, are typically full of different emotions that are stored in their body that they have not processed. And they have not used their voice in so long that they have lost touch with it. So here's a couple things for you guys to do. To start getting in touch with you. To start figuring out who you truly are. And I'm not talking surface level stuff. I'm talking like the deep depths of who you are, okay? First step is you got to start clearing some of the stuff inside of you. If you didn't grow up with parents who were like, you're angry, here's a pillow, you should hit a pillow and start expressing your anger, then congratulations, you're like the rest of us, and you have stored emotions in your body. Here's a good picture that I'm going to help you explain this with, or understand this with. You are a river, and this river is flowing, and it is clear because it's constantly flowing, and your emotions are like a clot being thrown into the river, like a mud clot. You pick up a dirt clot, you throw it into the river. And you, as you process them, clear it through. You clear it, you just keep clearing it. When you were a kid, you cleared emotion all the time because you were a toddler and all you did was feel. So when you felt, you expressed. You've seen toddlers. When they are angry, you know it. They are on the floor throwing a fit. They are expressing. They're moving their bodies and getting that emotion out of their body, right? You did that when you were a kid. And then you heard, don't do that. That's not okay. Don't throw fits. Don't scream. Don't blah, 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 right? All the things. And so what did you do? You started building up banks around your river. You started building up all these banks around your river to say, stop flowing. Stop flowing. That's not okay. That's not okay. And you built up all these banks around your river and you've created this pool of stagnant water. So you have a pool of stagnant water, but here's the thing. The clots are still coming in. You still have clots coming in. Emotions, things are happening and triggering emotions. And those clots are emotions. You've got anger coming in. You've got sadness coming in. You've got fear coming in, right? But now, because your river has all these banks and it's a stagnant pool, what happens? All the water is cloudy. It is no longer clear. And so when women are like, I don't know, I don't have clarity, I don't know who I am, I feel confused. Yeah, your whole river is a complete cloud. Of course you're confused. Of course you don't know what you want or who you are or where you want to go. So we got to start clearing some shit. So what I help women do is start taking those walls down to start letting the river flow again. And we start clearing it. And we start clearing it. And what happens? Oh my gosh, I'm not confused anymore. Oh my gosh, I think I know what I want, right? So we got to clear, which we're going to do a breathwork session, a virtual one in here, probably in September. I'll get that scheduled for sure because that's one way of clearing. Another way of clearing is to do some anger exercises where you can get some pillows and you can hit them and you can scream and yell and say the things that you never actually said. I'm big on using your voice in those. But also you have to use your body. So you need to actually hit. You need to get some energy out. You can use dance. You can turn on music and start dancing and expressing to the music. If you're sad, turn on a sad song and move. Move to it and let the feelings come through. That's how you're going to start flowing again. Okay? If you're angry, turn on an angry song and scream and yell and jump around and all the things to it. Okay? But that's how we start flowing again. And that's how we start to bring clarity. So that's one way to start connecting to your heart is you got to get clear. You got to shift some shit. You got to get clear. And then you need to spend time being and sitting with yourself and letting go of what you want to do. And I actually did a podcast today about surrender and surrendering being the path to more success in your life. And surrender looks like letting go of your preferences, letting go of how you want your business to look, letting go of what you think you should be building, letting go of what you think you should be offering, and instead looking at what life is bringing you. So listen to that podcast if you want help. Now, once we connect to your heart, then we can add in strategy. Yes, then we can add in strategy because there is strategy and there is a place for it. But leading with your heart is going to make you feel better. It's going to make you happier. It's going to give you better results. It's going to make you different. There will be zero competition when you lead with your heart because no one's you. And no one will be in your lane. No one will be saying the same things. No one will be sharing the same things. All of that. And last but not least, if you want to come to an entire day in person with me themed around heart-centered strategy on August 27th, it's the last Friday of this month, I'm hosting a VIP in-person day at my house, my beautiful house in Arizona. And the whole day is covered. I provide all the meals. We get gourmet meals at my house. We're having a guest come in who is also going to be helping me because I'm going to teach about heart-centered strategy, but then we are also going to do an actual workshop where we are going to help you customize your business to your heart, what you feel called to with your heart, and give you strategy customized to you and your business. So the whole day will be themed around connecting to your heart, clearing some of those blocks, figuring out what you feel called to, what you feel led to, what lights you up, what you are on this planet to do, and then giving you strategy around that. Because so many women feel so lost and so like they're failing in business because they're trying to do it the way they've been told, which is strategy first. Strategy, do the smart thing, do what makes sense, do what looks like it should be the right way, instead of what are you called to? What are you put on this planet to do? What does your heart say? What is your heart telling you that you are here to do? What are your lessons, your truths that only you know, that only you can share, that you are uniquely gifted in? So come to my house. I can give you all the info. Comment below if you want the info. We have an email with all the details. We are capping it at a certain amount of people. 9 spots are already claimed. But I'd be so excited to see you. We're going to be doing breath work. We're having a guest speaker come in. The whole day is going to be like a day from one of my mastermind events, which if you guys have been following me, you've seen how I've done these mastermind events. They're business, they're working on you, they're fun, they're luxury, they're very bougie. We have really nice food and really nice commodities and all the things. They're great for networking too. So come. It's Friday, August 27th. I would love to see you there at my house and meet you in person. And that's what I want to give you permission with today, is heart-centered. Leading with your heart, letting go of the strategy, letting go of what everyone else is doing and doing it different. You have permission to do it different. Go listen to the podcast today. I think it'll help you. It talks about surrender. I hope that helps you guys. And I'm excited to see you guys soon on another coaching call. Go have a great Friday.